Hi everybody, my name is Kunle Pelem0. You can call me KP. I'm asking you to join me every Friday 5:30 p.m. GMT on the MAASP show right here on MZ Radio London. It's a show where we talk about mental health and suicide prevention. Set a reminder for that. And just before I go, I want to let you know I care about your mental health. And you know what? Stick around right here on this station. Don't go nowhere. Wow. It's such a great thing to have you join me again on another edition of the MAASP show with KP right here on MZ Radio London and AP Radio UK. It's Friday. How is it over there? It's evening time right here. What time is it with you over there where you are? And how has the day been so far? It's been a wonderful day for me. How about you? So good. It's your show again. Yes, the show that talks. And, I am your regular host. They call me KP. Kunle is my name. And, when I am here with you, you know how we say it. KP in the building. Such a great thing to have you. And yes, I can say categorically that I am not alone in the building, not because I have a guest today, but because I have you. So together we're going to hang out on the show today and then discuss one thing that is also important that will help us in one way or the other, help you as regards your mental health, your business, your relationship with people. And that's why I need for you to help someone by telling that person to tune in. Just let that person enjoy what you are enjoying on the radio. We play soul lifting songs, and then we have programs that are inspiring for you. So do not be selfish with the program, like I do say. It's time to hit the ground running. What is my topic today? We'll be talking on one important topic, and I carefully selected this topic because I know in one way or the other it's going to help you, and that is the importance of having an accountability partner. The importance of having an accountability partner. I mean, the objective of this particular topic today is to help you, mentally, socially, business-wise, even maritally, in your relationship, and in everything you do, because by the time we look at what an accountability partner stands for, and also the criteria that you need to look whenever you are choosing one. So in all, you find out that definitely today's topic is tailored to serve you. And then, so you are listening through, and then enjoy yourself and get lifted by what we want to talk about today. Accountability partner is someone like a support for you. Mostly on this show, we cannot but talk about how well we need support in our world today. Sometimes you go through what you're going through, but you don't need to go through it alone. That's why we are not created to be in isolation. That is why you have people around you to call on to. But one important person is someone you choose to be accountable to. And these are the people that are tagged accountability partner. They are like your right hand supporter who will stand by your side in everything you do or in issue. You might have one for your personal development. You might have one to even help you curtail your spending. That's your finances now. So you have several ways, or you might have one that could be like a multi-purpose for you, who can serve in different areas of life for you. So that is who an accountability partner is, someone you are accountable to. And it's been said that when we say out our dreams, when we all utter our vision, there is a 65% chance that that vision is going to be realized or is going to become realistic. But it becomes higher, it becomes 95% higher when you even move ahead to choose someone specific that you tell it to, who becomes like an accountability partner. That's who we are talking about today. So you can see the surge from 65% when you say it out to 95% when you make someone your accountability partner. The essence is because there is this power that lies in when you something, it goes beyond the plant now. When you say it out verbally now, it becomes very, very efficacious because there is definitely going to be a power that backs it up. There is power in spoken word. But when you go ahead to now tell someone that, yeah, this is what I want to do, can you be a partner to me in this? Let me be accountable to you in this area. And although we will talk about the criteria for choosing such person, so if that person fits in that criteria, that person will work hand in hand with you to ensure that what you do will definitely be in line with the vision or the goal that you have put up in one way or the other. So, it's beyond even your mental health now. I mean, your mental health is inclusive, your business, your marriage, your workplace, issue, issue about your finances. Once you want to do something, it's important you get someone who could be like a right-hand person for you, who could be like a supporter for you, that will stand by your side through your ups and downs, someone who will walk with you, who will walk you through one thing or the other. And an accountability partner does not necessarily have to be a mentor. On the other way around, a mentor is someone who is higher than you, but your accountability partner could be someone you are of your peer level, someone who is like your contemporary, someone who is like a colleague to you, your friend who is of the same cadre with you. But the essence of having such people is to create a kind of statement that will make you stick to whatever you want to do. Human beings, sometimes if we become so like a lackadaisical, if we are lawless, there is definitely going to be complacency. But if you know that someone is watching you or you're reporting to someone, and you know that this person, you need to carry that person along in what you do, then it creates a sense of responsibility in you. It creates a sense of accountability, just like the word we call it, accountability partner. It creates that sense in you so that will be like a guide for you, and that will also guard you from going astray and from calling you back. So that is what an accountability partner does. He offers you support. And as a matter of fact, I mean, even in the Bible, in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, starting from preceding verse from to verse 12, when it talks about who can come, the power of coming together, and if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. So he's talking about the importance of partnership, to form an alliance, to form a relationship. Two people shall withstand such a person, because a threefold cord is not easily broken. So that talks about the power of two who are in agreement. And if you check that place, properly, it's talking about two people, but suddenly it gave a kind of expression or a kind of analogy of a three cord, a threefold cord. So how does two become three? The essence is because when two people come together, in agreement. The agreement there will also be like a personality in code. The agreement will be like a person. The agreement is like the third force in that coming together, in that relationship. So that is the power of that the relationship carries. Sometimes when you are in relationship with two people, with someone else rather, the relationship itself, it's like a witness on its own. The relationship has power. So anybody who is dealing with you is not dealing with two people any longer. It's dealing with two of you, including your relationship, which is the third force there. So that's why it's so powerful. When you have someone who you are accountable to, there is now a force that is there. And that's why it will be very, very difficult for you to now go astray. For example, if you want to look at the mental health issue that we normally talk about on this show, if you have anything that is bothering you, you have someone you really report to that, yeah, my financial issue is telling on me somehow. And then talking to that person will have a way, maybe that person will shed light on one thing or the other for you, and then will take you through one or two things. And even if that person doesn't have the immediate solution or the professional solution, but sharing that problem with that person will definitely go halfway in solving that problem. And you also measure the progress of whatever you are doing. So when you are into one particular journey, there must be milestones. So there must be someone you tell, okay, I want to save like 50 million, either naira, dollars or pounds or euros for whatever project I want to do now. As huge as that money sounds, if you break it into milestones, it comes as you saving every, maybe every day or every week or every month towards it. And if you have someone you report to personally that you have pledged your allegiance to, that I'm going to be reporting this to you, to be like a milestone for my savings in what I do, then you see that there will be a kind of force that will help you, that will guide you, that will make sure that thing that you've set your mind on comes to pass. So that is the importance of having an accountability partner. We'll talk about the benefit in total of having an accountability partner, but we'll take a quick break right now. Let me take a breather, and when we come back, the show continues. Still on the MAASP show. Don't go nowhere.
station on the hill, MZ Radio London.
You're welcome back. Still the MAASP show on MZ Radio London and AP Radio UK. And remember, before we went on the break, we've been talking on the importance of having an accountability partner. And I said we're going to talk about the benefits. And after that, we'll talk about the criteria you look when you're choosing one. So, and then the introduction that I gave, you can see that an accountability partner can help you measure the progress of whatever you ask that person to, that you're accountable to for that person. It will help you in measuring the progress, and it will help you in having someone you report to, so that you are not just doing what you're doing without milestone. Once there is a milestone, definitely it gives you a kind of picture of where you are and then where you're going to. Remember, when we're traveling, there is also a kind of assurance that we're getting closer to our destination that milestone gives us. So when it tells you that you're 60 kilometers away from where you're going, you're getting closer. And then the next thing you see 50 kilometers. Then the next thing you see 40, 30, 20, 10. So the more you see that, the more assured you become. So those things are very, very important. So when you have an accountability partner that you're giving, periodic report to, based on how well you've agreed on how to do it and how to design whatever you want to achieve, it's very important, because it's going to create like a progress report, and it's going to be like a milestone, something that is measurable. And then your accountability partner also helps you so that you do not go off track. Sometimes we might be so like a desicle, it might be easy for us to just derail. But once you have someone that could call you to order, someone that could bring you back to track, is also very, very important. That's one of the benefits. And also it will help you take ownership of your action as well. Then you become like the Lord and the pilot of your ship, the driver of your life, driver of your car now. So it makes you take ownership, because you know that the decision you are taking, it's taken by you, and you have someone you're just relating that decision to in one way or the other. And by so doing, you see that whatever you do, your performance will improve, through back from that person. Someone who will critique what you do and not only praise you all the time. So if you are doing something wrong, someone who can easily tell you that what you're doing now is not right. It's wrong. So that's the essence. It's not someone who will just criticize you also all the time. Someone who will just be honest and be fair in whatever he's saying to you, who can tell you when you're wrong, tell you and praise you when you're right as well. So that is a thing. And then it also helps you in scheduling whatever you're doing, because you get that to agree on when you have an accountability partner that, okay, I want to do so project. Then you also say, okay, I want to start so month and finish it so month. What that does is that it makes it become real. Somebody says that when you plan it, it is possible. When you schedule it, it's real. When you plan it, it's possible. When you schedule it, it is real. So most times, when you plan it, that makes it possible. But to leave the level of just being possible to now becoming real, you have to schedule it. So in that by every 31st of the month, I want to save so amount. So that's scheduling. So when you schedule it, it becomes real. So everything within you will work towards that. An accountability partner will also help you make your problem, or help you keep your problem in perspective. The problem is not monster, and the monster you made somehow will definitely come back up to haunt you. So, but if you have someone you're accountable to, once the problem is still little, once it's still small, that you relate to, definitely you find a way, at the in time saves nine. Okay. And somehow too, you can also learn from your accountability partner, the experience, the pitfalls, the downfalls, the ups and downs, E2 had experienced, then share with you. So both of you can rub minds together and learn from each other's mistakes so that you don't repeat those mistakes. So those are the benefits. And the last thing that we will talk about quickly before I go is the criteria of choosing your accountability partner. It's important because the essence of choosing one person you're accountable to is for you to achieve a desirable result, and is for you to also have someone who can help you instill discipline in yourself. If you are someone who spend lavishly and you need to save the more, so if you want to get someone who you are accountable to, it's not going to be someone who will encourage you to spend more again. So the first thing is that you could find someone who has self-discipline, somebody who is also who is self-disciplined. So that is one criteria, because you don't want to have an accountability partner who will also be exhibiting the same weakness as you do. So that will not work, because you want someone who can lift you up. You're down, when you're down, is up to help you. Just like the portion of the Bible I read earlier on. If something could break you, if your accountability partner comes into the equation, it should be able to offer you a form of support and protection. So someone who is self-disciplined is that's one of the criteria you could use in choosing an accountability partner. And then it's important you choose someone who will be objective with you. I think I've mentioned this earlier on. Someone who will be able to tell you the truth, someone who will be fair enough, someone who will not just pamper you, and someone who will also not be hard on you, but the person will be objective. It's not just tilting towards one side, and he will be there. So sometimes it's better you don't choose someone who have soft spot for you, in sense like maybe your family, members, or someone who has become like a very bosom friend, who could be a little bit partial in one way or the other. Yeah, you need to choose from within your friend, but the strength of your friend. Those who will want to pamper you, who will not want to be so hard on you in telling you the truth sometimes. Yeah, but some of them are there that can critique whatever you do. For example, I have some friends now. If I want to do something now that has to do, deal with creative stuff that I just come up with, I send it across to them with thought, okay, critique this stuff for me. By so doing, it will help me, so that I'm not just looking from my own perspective alone. I have to, whatever ideas and whatever creativity we have together, to come up with something positive. And then choose someone also you want to impress. Somebody that, yeah, if I do well in whatever I'm doing, I will impress that person. So that is also another thing. Then other necessary attributes of somebody who is honest, somebody who is hardworking, someone you share the same vision and goal. It's also very important. You must be like-minded people. If your accountability partner is not, definitely both of you will end up in different places, but going to the same direction in terms of your goal. You might not have the same goal, setting in total, but it must have the attribute and the who is minded as you are, I know, which is like the opposite of the law of magnetism. In law of magnetism, we say like poles repel and unlike poles attract. But in the law of relationship, like-minded people attract themselves. They should attract themselves, and unlike-minded people should repel, because the more you try to push unlike-minded people together, it will be like what you are doing when you are doing like poles in magnetism. There will be a force that will want to take them apart. And yeah, that force is in court now, because things that they will do will not be in unison. Things that they will do will contradict each other. This one is upright, the other one is laid back. This one is honest, the other one is not. So by the time you want to match those kind of people together, definitely that's a recipe for disaster. So that is what I have on the show today, talking about the importance of having an accountability partner. And I hope that has served you in one way or the other, will help you in your business, in helping your mental health as well, in your relationship, and even in your work experience. That is, and like I do say, time flies when you're doing something so good. But before you know it, don't worry. Before you blink now, it's another Friday, and I'll be there. I'll be here again. Special thanks to all my two producers on MZ Radio London and AP Radio UK. That's Mr. Soji Amini and O Fields, respectively. Till I see you next week, like I say, stay mentally healthy. Bye.